right, so just looking at the week 8 folder. Remember, in week 7, we put a revised schedule. Where did that go? There it is, in week 7 folder. So we did make some changes to the schedule. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So let's go to week 8. I did move this disorder project from last week down to this week. We have a lecture for chapter 7 and 8, and then we have lab 8, muscular systems. This is what we're doing this week. Next week, we have the urinary system lab and lecture. And then the following week, it looks like we'll have 2 assessments. Exam 3, which is going to cover chapters 7, 8, and 9, and then lab exam 2, both of which are going to be on the new Blackboard format, just like lab lecture exam 2 was. So no more submitting file, no more turning files into PDFs and submitting them. That was a complete disaster. So we're just going to try to use the Blackboard exam format here on out. It seemed to work out pretty good for most. Now, so many of you were having issues converting the files to PDFs and submitting. Not so many of you, but a few of you. A few of you, I was looking at the files that you had posted, and inside the Blackboard assignment, I have the ability to communicate with you. There's like a little email box. So if I was unable to open one of your files because it wasn't submitted as a PDF for whatever reason, I wrote in the box, I said, I can't open this. This file is not opening. Please email me with a file that's an actual PDF that I can open. So I don't know, maybe a few of you didn't get those messages. And so what I recommend, what everybody does, if you believe that you handed in all the assignments on time so far, you should make sure that you go and check your grades and make sure that the grades are there, because there are a few of you that may believe that you handed the assignment in, but in fact, you handed it in, but it was not able to open. So if that's the case, then you would need to email me right away saying, I handed the assignment in. However, I got a 0. I just want to, send it to you again. So what will I not accept? I will not accept pictures. So for example, if you pull up your test on your computer screen and you take a picture of it, emailing me the picture, I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to grade that. Okay. If you realize that an error was made, you could contact me. You would want to send me the file in an acceptable form. And of course, the acceptable forms for the homework are going to be either in a PowerPoint or a PDF. And for the exams, it's going to be pretty much just a PDF. So how do I take a Word document like a exam? Here's an exam, right? And turn this into a PDF. Well, it's easy. You do that in the print menu, right? So you would go to File, Print. And then instead of picking a printer, I would choose Microsoft Print to PDF. Right. So when I do that and I hit the print button, it's not going to go to a printer. What it's going to do is it's going to convert this file to a PDF. And then I have to just choose a folder where I want to put it and name it something that I'll remember. Okay. So put it in the appropriate folder where you can find it easily. And that's it. It's as easy as that. And then this document will be in PDF form. Even on a Mac, if you go to the print, file print, it doesn't look exactly like this, but there's an option to turn it into a PDF. All right. So that might be a little bit confusing for some of you. So yeah, if you don't panic, if you see something in the grade book, you believe you handed it in, I could see if you attempted to hand it in on time, and I'll give you an opportunity to try to submit it again. Don't worry about it. Don't panic. Just get it to me. Get it to me in an acceptable form, something that I could grade easily. A picture is not something I could grade so easy. All right. So this is what we have this week. If we go back to the week 8 folder, open it up. We have the second disorder homework here, very similar to the first. When we open up the rubric, we've decided now to eliminate one of these homework assignments. So instead of doing 5 of these, we're going to do 4 of these. So I had to adjust the grade scale a little bit to make up for that. So instead of being at a 20 points, this one's going to be at a 25 points. Each of them need to be at 25 points. And you can see I gave some examples of different disorders of the skeletal and muscular system. So you could choose one of these if you'd like. These are there for you. If you want to go off of the list and choose one that is not on here, feel free to do it. However, part of the assignment is going to be to go to the discussion board. Let's look at that. So when we go to the discussions, you could see here, skeletal muscular system. It says after you review, let's go back. After you review the rubric for the skeletal muscular system disorder, choose a disorder that interests you and complete that you want to complete the presentation. Also, if you want to pick one that's not on the list, you could do that. So just open up the discussion, create a new forum, or create a new thread, and announce the disorder that you chose, right? And provide a description of it and tell us why you selected it. Okay, so same thing as last time, and that will count as points towards your grade. All right, so that's about it. What I think I would like to do also is to create a new discussion forum, actually. So I'm going to do that right now. Right now I have you. I'm going to create a new forum. And I'm going to call this the general help / questions forum. So what is this going to be used for? Let's just say, let's type in here the directions. If you have any, you can see how bad I type. Have any questions or concerns about the class and maybe just Blackboard in general, please feel free to come here and ask your class for help or tips. Period. Okay. So for example, like if we're doing an assignment like this disorder project, now in the directions, I stated that I want that it would be nice if the PowerPoint was converted to a PDF. So if you don't know how to do that, maybe you could come here and say, hey, I'm not sure how to do that. And the classmates can provide help or provide tips on how to do that. I'm just using that as one example, right? But if you have any questions, when is this assignment due? What chapters is the next test on? I don't know. Somebody help me. You guys could all chime in and help each other out. Okay, so let's keep this going forever. Okay, so we'll post this. My picture's in the way. I'll submit that. So that will be there. General help questions forum. If you have any questions that you might not want to bother me so much, but want to just ask the class in general. This is a safe space. We could go here. We could ask whatever we need. Hey, I can't find the updated schedule. Where is it again? And feel free to chime in. This is just there for all of us. All right, and I think that's about it. If you have any other questions or concerns, hey, go to the general forum. That's what it's there. If you have any questions specifically for me, you could email me as well. All right, let's put me back up here now. Okay, I think we're good. All right, good luck. Week 8. Have fun.